I thought I had an upstairs neighbor, but my building doesn't have a second floor. The footsteps started anyway, every night at 3:17. And the worst part? They weren't random, they matched me.
Codex 11, Supernatural Case Files, Case File 012, The Apartment Above. Classification, Echo Loop, Temporal Haunting. The archive holds many things. Lost letters, unfinished prayers. But sometimes, it holds a voice trying to reach itself. This is one of those.
I'm recording this at 3:16 a.m. I have exactly 1 minute before it starts, so listen carefully, please. I moved into the basement apartment on Voss Street last September. Grad school, tight budget, the kind of place where you tell yourself it's temporary and start to suspect it isn't. The building was old, the kind of old that holds its breath. My landlord, a quiet man, who never quite looked me in the eye, handed me the keys and said only one thing I remember. You'll have the place to yourself. I didn't think to ask what he meant by that. The footsteps started the third night, 3:17 a.m. precise. Not pacing, not shuffling, walking, deliberate, measured, like someone who knew exactly where they were going and kept going there anyway. I told myself, upstairs, neighbor, insomniac, normal. But I checked the building directory. I googled the address. I went to the city records office on a Tuesday afternoon like a person who was fine and not at all losing it, and found the same thing every time. One floor, ground level only, no second story, no upstairs, never had been. I started tracking them, the footsteps. I drew a map of my apartment kitchen, hallway, the narrow strip beside my bed, and I marked where the sounds came from, directly overhead, night after night. That's when I noticed. The footsteps followed me, not in a horror movie way, not rushing, just keeping pace. Wherever I stood, they were directly above. If I moved to the kitchen, so did they. If I stopped, they stopped. Like a shadow, but overhead, and made of sound. I started sleeping with the lights on. It didn't help. The night I understood, I almost wish I hadn't. I was standing in the hallway at 3:17, as I always was, by then waiting, heart hammering, and I thought, walk in a circle. So I did, and the footsteps walked in a circle above me. I stopped, they stopped. I ran, they ran, and then I did something I can't explain. Something that felt less like a choice and more like remembering. I knocked on the ceiling 3 times, slow, then fast, then slow. The pattern I use when I'm trying to say I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, and from above. 3 knocks came back. Slow, fast, slow. I found a letter slipped under my door the next morning. No stamp, no return address. The handwriting was mine. I know my handwriting. I've stared at it for 26 years. It said, don't sign the second lease. Whatever he offers you, the stipend, the fellowship, the reason that sounds like everything you've been waiting for, don't sign it. The building keeps what it catches. I've been trying to reach you for so long. I don't know how much longer The ink just stops. Here is what I believe now. At 3:16 a.m., with 1 minute left before the footsteps start. I am not being haunted by something else. I am being haunted by myself. A version of me that signed the lease, that stayed, that got caught in whatever this building does to the people who let it hold them too long. And she has been walking above me, my future, my warning, my echo trying to tell me the one thing I needed to hear before it was too late. I packed a bag last night. I'm leaving before the renewal comes. When I told my landlord, he smiled like he already knew my answer. I didn't stay long enough to ask him what that meant. I'm leaving this recording in the wall behind the radiator because she left me something, and I owe her the same. If you find this, if you're the next person drawn to the quiet, to the affordable rent, to the landlord who promises you'll have the place to yourself, listen to what's above you. Ask yourself, is it a neighbor or is it you? Still here, still trying to get out. And if you're hearing this, it means I stayed long enough to become the one above you.
End of case file 012. Filed under echoes, thresholds, the self you cannot warn. The librarian seals this one carefully. It goes in the aisle where warnings arrive too late, or just in time. The archive has not yet decided which. Codex 11, Supernatural Case Files,